Yeah, I'm going to show you how to solve city council meeting production challenges with mimoLive and NDI today. The concept for that solution has been developed in cooperation with several community media channels. Those have challenges because many of them are charged with producing city council meetings for multiple city councils. Those are often physically apart, so they have a lot of travel to do, which leads to challenges getting there, like weather and traffic in some regions. If you have to travel 50 miles, there's a good chance that this takes longer than you think it will. The community media channels suffer from a chronic staff shortage. So there's not enough staff often to send people to multiple locations at the same time. And also, of course, they have budgetary restraints. And so we've developed a system around this, a production system that takes all of these into account. Today I'm going to be the producer on call at the home office. Key is, of course, remote production. I will just show you a little bit of the setup. Let's jump into this. We are looking at the Mac that is producing a council chamber stream, so a stream for a city council meeting. Just a quick, what you can see here is mimoLive is a very typical live production system. In the center here we have the multi-view. You see the program output and on the top, and we have some windows at the bottom where we can control cameras. Those are PTC optics cameras in our simulated council chamber. And we can do all the kind of stuff that you can do with PTC cameras. We have presets here to focus on, maybe I shouldn't, I should magnify that a little bit. So we have these buttons here that allow us to jump to certain positions. You know that preset 1, preset 2, preset 3. One outstanding feature of mimoLive is that you can name these buttons. So I can press this button to go to the vice mayor and to some other council person. And I can also, of course, jump back to the mayor. So basically everything you need to produce a live stream from a city council. I have also set up here a camera 3 down here. The camera 3 is looking at a display that is set up inside the council chamber. We're going to get to that later, but that's for the council members to be able to see Zoom callers, PowerPoint presentations, and what have you. And I'm just looking with one camera at that screen so you can see what's on that screen. All right, thing might look a little overwhelming. Wouldn't it be nice if we can have a much easier, much simpler user interface for the city officers to actually do a lot of the production themselves? And we do have that. It's called the remote control surface, and this is basically an HTTP website that you can put on an iPad, on an iPhone, or on a separate computer. What you can see here is that you can set up this remote control surface in a much more logical way. So you don't have buttons like on a switcher. You have buttons that have a logical meaning. The city officer can start the meeting, and if I press the start button, it will start file recording and live stream. For example, you can see that on the side here, the file recording started. Now the mayor may have some opening remarks, so we get to the next button. After that, we'll have a council discussion. And as you can see, the switching changes everything that it fits the meetings phase. All these meetings are usually structured quite strictly. And so we have these phases of the meeting. We'll have a Q&A. We'll bring in someone from Zoom. Right now we see clouds there because we haven't set up the Zoom yet. But so this is what it looks like when we have the Q&A. And in the end, the mayor will have probably some closing remarks. And after that, the city officer might end the meeting, and then they already have a recording, which can then be uploaded to some management system automatically, and the stream will be stopped. Just so that you get an idea what else is possible with this remote control software, I have another button down here that would allow the city officer to set up the agenda that's shown on the intro slide and edit that text directly. Or if something happens during the live stream, someone breaks into the city council chamber and you don't want to show this, there's a blackout button that will just kill the live video and audio in the stream and the recording, so that you can hide things you don't want to be in the public. This is a nice way to operate mimoLive remotely. Also, I'm showing you this on the same computer, but it can be in the council chamber on someone's iPhone, for example. The next thing I want to show you is how we can bring in someone from Zoom. As you can see, I have not one, but two production systems running on this Mac here. And the second production system is producing actually the video that's displayed on the screen in the council chamber. Right now we see we have clouds there, but I can just simply join the meeting. So now I request recording permissions, and this meeting is automatically granting those. I don't have to worry about those. And now I can pick anyone from that meeting. I see all the participants, and I can pick anyone to be on our display in the council chamber. So now you see this lady here is now on the display in the council chamber, and also if I switch this to the Q&A, she will also be in the stream or the recording. And the important thing here is that it's not only just ISO a video, so it's only her video, it's not any other video, and it's also only her sound. So if there's a heckler in that meeting and saying something that isn't appropriate or tries to disturb the meeting, you won't hear them in the live stream or in the recording. Again, we can have the city officer be responsible for picking who is going to be the person that gets to ask the question. And that is done very simple by selecting the spotlight. So the city officer can join the Zoom meeting on a laptop in the council chamber, and then they can spotlight one of the callers, and they will be the ones that get to ask the questions, whose audio and video is going to be viewed by the council members and who's going to be in the stream. I just wanted to point out that all of this I've done on a $700 Mac Mini M4, just to give you an idea how affordable that actually is. What have you seen? Just a quick recap of the demo setup. We have this council chamber with two PTC Optics cameras pointing at the council members. We have one camera pointing at the monitor, and we can send video from the production facility. The production facility is connected to the council chamber through an NDI bridge. The Mac on the production facility has access to all the cameras in the council chamber, and we can send video down to the monitor in the council chamber. And I have been doing this from home office, so I've connected to the production facility using remote production, and I'm sending part of the video I get to Zoom so you can follow along. So this is what the demo was about. So the big question at the end of this is, what does it cost? If you already have PTC cameras and already have NDI infrastructure in the council chamber, the cost for this is just the Mac Mini for $700. Mac mimoLive is $700 per year. We have two PCs for the NDI bridge, $1,000 each. I'm hoping that NDI will soon ship the bridge for the Mac, so we can at least have one of those PCs, get rid of them. Or one other option would be to use Hive to get the NDI video from the council chamber and directly from the camera, so that would make it easier also to operate this. And we have two devices in the council chamber, one for capturing a PowerPoint presentation, should someone bring their own computer and bring the PowerPoint presentation into that, and another one to send the video to the screen. So that brings the total to about 4K, and if you still have to get cameras and infrastructure, a NDI capable switch and network infrastructure is about $1,200. And the PTC Optics cameras, I don't know what the prices are for government, but I think the list price is around $1,300 for Move SE. If you have 3 cameras, that adds about $4.5K. So still, even if you have to buy all the infrastructure, the solution is still under 10K for producing a city council meeting. We've made a white paper that is available in this URL. And I'm sure Paul will send the link to that white paper in the follow-up email to this meeting to everyone who's interested.